Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. I think I'm having some technical difficulties with my internet, or something is going on. So I apologize for being just a few minutes late because I was having some issues here. I hope that everyone has had a great couple of weeks since I took last week off again. Since I needed some downtime. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Let's get into what you can expect for this week ahead, which runs from tonight through to next Thursday, July 26th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in any of my services that I offer, you can go to my website, AskRebecca.guru, and check it out. All right, let's get right into the general themes for this week. So this week there will be open doorways, literally and figuratively. Some of you will be presented with new opportunities and the opportunity to seize those new opportunities, right? Basically, you'll have an open door and all you have to do is choose to walk through it. Now, those of you who are stuck and struggling in the darker negative energies, you'll have the opportunity to step into the light in order to pull yourself from the darkness. I know how challenging this can be when you're struggling with depression, anger, sadness, frustration, jealousy, envy, and everything in your life seems to be falling apart, and when things just aren't going well for you at times. I know it's difficult to try to pull yourself out of that funk, but it will be important for you to gain spiritual clarity and awareness of yourself. Take a good look at your choices and how you may be allowing these energies in and letting them take over. Now, don't fall for the deception and illusion of, this negativity. It's basically a disguise to get you to actively participate, right, in being just in a funk and to stay down. So the figurative part of the open doorways, I feel it could show up with people around you leaving doors open, and it could trigger annoyance and anger in some of you and laughter and humility in others. I see some of your children constantly leaving the refrigerator door open this week, or the sliding glass door, or the front door, the back door, the car door, and any other door that you can think of. And not only will it be children, but adults as well. So that could be, I almost feel like it's, when we were younger, our parents were always like, shut the door, were you born in a barn? I just kind of feel like that is going to be coming up multiple times this week. And there could be even a few instances where some of you could accidentally walk into a door, or maybe you accidentally stick your fingers in the door, or somebody else's fingers. So just pay attention this week when you're around doors, I guess. I also feel like people around you or in the news or on the radio will be using the words open doors frequently, or maybe just the word doors. I guess we'll see how it plays out. I don't know why I keep getting door stuff, but I'm sure you'll get it and know it when it happens to any of you this week. Now, courage will be needed this week in order to seize new opportunities and let go of old things in your lives that no longer are good for you. For instance, toxic relationships, jobs, or bad habits. Most importantly, you'll need courage to face yourself. Now, the scarier aspect of this courage that's going to come up and that will be needed a day or two this week. I don't feel like it's going to be all week long, but I do feel like there might be a day or two that's going to be really heavy in some energy, and it's going to come in the guise of evil, darkness, negative energies, and fear. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to make you aware that there are some deeper things that are going on. And I feel like some of you could experience, especially if you're psychics or intuitive, or you're open to, the other side, things in other dimensions. I do feel like there could be a possibility of maybe some psychic attacks happening, a depletion of energy levels where maybe there's a day you just all of a sudden feel fatigued and it's just because like the life is being sucked out of you energetically. You could experience anger and rage or deep sadness. You could have some bad dreams. You could have a run-in with a negative person in some way. These could also just be highlighted in the mainstream media. So it may not be something that actually affects you directly, but something that you hear on the news or through the rumor mill or something to that effect. To me, it kind of feels like maybe it's some sort of fear-mongering. Now, possibly even some sort of earth changes affecting different areas of the world, I feel like could also happen. I know there's a lot of stuff actively going on in Hawaii with the volcanoes, so there could be some more eruptions and things like that. Either way, to me, this feels like an uprising of the dark who's been feeding off the energy of the light. And it's afraid now because it just can't exist without the light, and everybody's really wakening up to their true selves, and everybody's more in this unconditional loving phase. And so things are really just moving more into the light. So the darker negative things have to come up. So I feel like it's going to stir up some drama in order to feed off the negative emotions of people. I know it all sounds a bit far out there, but you'll see an increase in negative things coming to the surface this week. Be aware of it and stay positive. Don't give it power by succumbing to any sort of suffering, right? Try to stay above it. Now, some of you have been struggling in different areas of your life and just aren't sure how to resolve the matter. I'm feeling guided to tell you to seek help. Ask for help, ask someone you know, or ask a stranger. I feel like this is the week that you have the courage and you have the, the courage. Like you just finally have the courage to like get things off your chest and get the help that you need. Again, ask someone you know or ask a stranger. The help you need will be there for you. Now, those of you who aren't really struggling, but you're just feeling stuck or like nothing is happening in your life, even though you're busting your butt to make things happen, the message for you, I feel like, is it's okay. It's just how it is for right now. And everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. So stay positive, stay the course. You're on the right track. Sometimes we just have to slow down a little bit and recoup our energies, get into a different space, gain clarity, and then all of a sudden there'll be this huge forward momentum. Now, I do feel like some of you will be guided to deeper truths of our existence and the truth of this material plane and how it came to exist and why you're here. This is not about your purpose and what you're here to do or life lessons you're supposed to be learning or any other kind of new age or religious philosophies or spirituality type thing. It's about the true creator and the false creator. And my purpose for mentioning this to you is so you can ignite the flame of truth within you. Seek truth. Don't be blinded by the dramas of the world that seek to keep you in a state of distraction, in a state of ignorance and fighting amongst yourselves. And because that was created by the false creator, right? So don't let these things affect who you are and stand strong in love and, find support if you need it. There's tons of people out there that are ready to be there to help you, maybe give you a different perspective. They may not, they're not going to be able to solve your problems, but they may just be able to give you some clarity. So now, even though I've just been talking about some of these negative things possibly happening this week, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of positive things happening as well. You should start feeling more free, more expressive, more energetic, more financially stable, and more in touch with the things that really, really matter, like joy, happiness, love, socializing, meeting new people, and just getting out and about and fulfilling your soul and your heart. Now, some of you will be going on vacation or taking some time to relax and unwind. You'll be making choices and taking action to become unstuck if you've been feeling stagnant. And remember, you have to start somewhere, even if it's the smallest of steps forward. Doing something is anything that will help create that momentum that you're looking for to get unstuck. Now, work, for those of you employed, To me, work feels stable and it's moving toward new opportunities and improvements, including for those of you who own your own businesses. I just feel like things are going to start again having some forward motion. You know, we've had a lot of planets in retrograde. I mean, we do have Mercury going into retrograde, but at least it's not like every single planet plus the eclipses and, you know, all this madness that is basically causing everybody to have a little extra stress. The only caution I feel at work this week for some of you is a little bit of drama from someone you work with, maybe a client or a vendor you deal with. And this person feels like they take unnecessary risks or actions. This person could have a tendency to manipulate and or lie to suit their needs. Believe in yourself and trust your gut. If you think or sense something wrong, it probably is. Work, for those of you looking for a job, I feel good news for those of you looking. I feel several of you could be starting new positions, finally getting that call for the interview of your dream job. Those of you who may not see any real results this week, I do feel like your turn is right around the corner, so just stay positive. And depending on who you are, it could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months before you actually start the job, right? That's not getting callbacks or anything like that. But that's me feeling you physically going in for the first day on the job. So stay positive. And those of you that are thinking about starting your own business, well, you know, all I can say is, what are you waiting for? Take some sort of an action step just to get the ball rolling, even if it's just to get a game plan together of what you're going to do or what your business would look like or how you're going to juggle it all. Love. Committed relationships. This week, things feel stable, comfortable, and more open to expressing what you feel, what you need, or what you want in regards to your relationship. A few of you, I do feel like you'll be in a good space, but you may feel like you need to get a break from your partner. Maybe you've just been spending too much time together and you just want a little bit of alone time. I do feel like you'll both be better off for it, even if it's just vegging out on the couch while one of you reads and the other one's listening to music with headphones. You know, you can still be in the same room, but completely ignoring each other and doing your own thing, or maybe be in separate spaces or go get a mani-pedi or something just to, like, you know, refresh yourself. The only caution that I feel this week in relationships is because there's going to be some of that weird negative stuff happening, there's a possibility if you're overly emotional this week, you could end up being a little clingy or needy and whiny. I would caution against that. So maybe it's you, maybe your partner is the one that wants to like take a little space, but you're just like, no, I want to be lovey-dovey and wishy, and but that's just not going to work, right? So give the space and then you'll have time to be all lovey-dovey. Now, same caution goes for those of you looking and are out there dating. I do feel like it's a great week to get out and about, to socialize, to meet new people who could end up being a romantic connection or a new friendship that ends up leading you to a romantic relationship, right? So I feel like some of you are going to meet either just meet some new acquaintances or new people that you actually like, and you friendship blossoms, and from there you end up meeting more of their social circle, and through that process you end up finding the perfect relationship. So be out there and be open. Don't be afraid to make friends. Finances, most are feeling more abundant and financially stable this week. Some of you could have some extra cash. Don't go crazy and spend it all. Save some for unexpected expenses or for a big ticket purchase in the future. Or, you know, maybe you need to start a savings account so you have some extra cash in case something, you know, comes up. Now, let's see. Also, some of you may be waiting to hear back about loan approvals, credit card approvals, or some other type of financial news. Maybe you're a business owner and you're waiting to hear back from a potential investor. I feel like everybody's pretty much going to get a positive outcome and get what it is that they're needing financially. And for anyone who doesn't get answers this week, expect them in the near future. Health. Overall, feelings of positivity and vitality. I feel like most of you will be feeling pretty good. Again, there may be a day or so that you could be dealing with some blah feelings or some negative stuff going on. And some of you, I feel like you'll be taking steps this week to improve your health by seeking medical advice. Maybe finally you're going to go to the doctor for something that's been bothering you. I feel some of you eating healthier. Some of you are going to quit smoking or drinking, or maybe starting a meditation practice or anything to improve your overall well-being. So it all kind of feels positive in nature. Spirituality, truth is what I feel. I just feel like that is what is going to be happening all week long. Just you're going to be finding out the truth about a lot of different things. Now, you'll be seeking truth in all areas of life, spirituality, and taking different approaches to changing some things. And some of you will just be coming out of difficult times in your life, and I feel like you'll be working on forgiveness. And that forgiveness will, I feel, needs to be directed, one, to yourself. So forgiving yourself for anything that you feel you may have, done wrong, or forgiving others, people that may have hurt you in some way. Now, overall, I feel like it'll be a positive week with the possibility of a day or two not so positive. It really just all depends on you and your attitude. If you tend to, get into negative energies and dwell there, well, then it's going to last a little longer than a day or two. But if you can be aware of okay, it's going to be an off day, and you just roll with it and you don't take things personally and you just allow things to come up as they do, then you're going to be just fine. So that covers this week's predictions. Let me get to tonight's caller. I have Chris in Sacramento, California. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, Rebecca. Thank you.
Hi. So how can I help you this evening?
Let me see. I have a couple things on my plate that I'd like to know about. First of all, I have a couple of dealings with financial matters. Right now, I'm doing home health care. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing it for, but I also have some other opportunities on the rise with some internet stuff, and one with some doing finances with insurance. But I'm wondering if there's any possibilities of me getting into other fields on the horizon, or is there a job that I'm supposed to be doing that's coming to me? Anything.
Well, yeah. No, I totally get it. I kind of feel like all the opportunities that are around you right now, they're really great opportunities, but I do kind of feel like you're hesitant about, it's not something that you're extremely passionate about. And yes, I'm totally going to immerse myself in the financial insurance world, or I love the medical home. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like you're just super passionate about these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I do kind of feel like these opportunities are presenting themselves because they're a springboard for the next opportunity. I almost feel like you have to embark. So it feels to me like you may actually end up kind of doing a combination of all three of these jobs that you were just talking about. And then one of them is going to actually lead you to meet some people that will lead you to a different job. But I kind of feel like you have something that you're passionate about on your own that you would like to do. I feel like it's not you wanting to work for someone. I feel like it's you creating something.
That sounds awesome. That's always been something that I've wanted to do, is create something on my own and do that for myself, opposed to, I'm tired. I'm almost 50 years old, and I don't want to do the 9 to 5 for somebody else anymore.
Yeah, no, you're done with it. You're done with the office politics and all the BS that goes along with it, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like through these connections. So now all three of those, I don't know how you would be able to possibly juggle, but I kind of feel that if you could give time to each of them temporarily until. I don't feel like it's going to be the medical stuff that you're doing at home that's going to lead you to the next big thing. I just feel like that's the bread and butter, right? That's a kind of an easy, short thing.
you actually hit the nail on the head. Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like
the home health care is my bread and butter right now.
Right, and I kind of feel like you need to keep that. But if you can juggle the opportunity with the internet and the insurance, tell me a little bit about the internet side of it, because I'm being pulled towards that a little bit more than the financial insurance side.
They're actually healthcare products. Weight loss and just revitalization and stuff like that. Because my fiance and I have actually started doing, changing our health because we are getting older and we want to lose weight. And the way that we're doing it, we're actually doing keto. It's working for us. So,
oh yeah, keto works. I've done it myself.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Okay. Yeah, I have. And so the internet thing is where I'm at, where I feel like that's where you are going to have your aha moment and tie in together your business idea with the whole health and your age. Like, I feel like there's a market for the people that are similar to you, right? Like they're not getting any younger, trying to get fit and healthy so they can be around 100 plus years. So I feel like that is where the aha moment will come from. So maybe the whole medical thing plus the internet thing, and then the financial insurance thing. Is that something you would be able to do, like just to dabble in?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That too is kind of internet based, and what I'd be doing is setting up stuff for the people that have been in it for a long time, for them to get more people on. So basically, I would be giving the spiel to clients, to potential clients.
Okay. Yeah, it all goes hand in hand. I just feel like you need to be dabbling in all of them. You have to have your bread and butter because that's what's going to pay the bills. But eventually you're going to be able to let go of the bread and butter, because between the internet gig and the financial insurance side of it, like that's all going to end up, that's where you're going to meet the people that you need to meet in order to springboard your idea. And I know you've got ideas, but I feel like it just hasn't quite all come together where you know what exactly it is you're going to do, right? Like,
yeah, it's all kind of like laid out, and I'm like, let me figure this out. Do I have enough money to invest in this? And it's not a lot, but I mean, we just got a new place and we're kind of strapped for cash. And bless my fiance, she's in transition of work right now. She's a nurse, and she has a lot on her plate too. So
I feel like it'll all work out. I feel like, don't be in a huge hurry. Like, don't stress out about, like, I have to make this happen overnight. It'll happen. It's going to happen gradually. And I really feel like by the end of this year, you're going to have your aha moment. It's going to happen between now and December, where you're like, oh man, this is what we need to do. And you and your fiance, I feel like, are going to end up doing it together, especially because she has the nursing background. So I just feel like you can really create an amazing, like, I don't know if it's like one-on-one coaching with, the nursing aspect and the keto. Like, I just feel like you could do a lot of things. So my producer just let me know I have 2 minutes left. So I know you said you had some other questions. Let's try to hit those really quick.
No problem. I have actually one other question, and it's about, and because she's right here and we like to both know, we've had a lot of ups and downs lately in our relationship. Do you see that leveling out and us getting back to the honeymoon for the rest of our lives?
I do. And before I go, I tell your fiance to email me, because I want to email her a book that's going to help. I feel like she needs to get more into her feminine aspect. Both of you are in your male energy, and you're both trying to be in charge, and you're both trying to run the house, the business. Like you're both just too independent and you're both in your male energy and you're repelling each other. So I kind of feel like there's a couple of tricks that will help her in this book to kind of, it's not her being submissive or anything. It's just giving her a couple of pointers, which will then in turn help both of you reconnect to that lovey-dovey, feeling more intimate and having more fun and going and socializing. So my email is AskRebecca Tell her to email me and I'll send it to her tonight.
Okay.
Chris,
so it's
thank you so much.
AskRebecca@gmail.com?
Yes.
Awesome.
Chris, thank you so much for calling in. I gotta go. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful week. See you next Thursday.